wasting time.
Our next guest always makes our mouth water with the delicious dishes she brings in studio. And tonight, we're getting cheesy with foodie Charmaine Broughton. Cottage cheese, to be precise. Welcome back.
Oh, thank you so much. Smooth cottage cheese, to be precise. Yes.
So tell us about Gailey's new smooth cottage cheese.
Sure. Well, a couple of years ago, Gailey came out with a line of smooth cottage cheese, which was very innovative. And it came in 3 flavors. So
the salted caramel.
Right.
You brought it in and I took it and I love it.
It's absolutely phenomenal, like a dessert all on its own. So the salted caramel, lemon, and vanilla. And the consumers loved it because it was a great, treat. And it has all the health benefits of cottage cheese that people really enjoy without the lumps, because that's one thing that people want, the health benefits of cottage cheese because it's high in protein and lower in calories and so on, but they don't like that texture. So the consumer loved this sweeter line, but a lot of people were asking for a plain version.
Yeah.
So the fine folks at Gailey have now come out with the Lea Nordica Smooth plain cottage cheese, and it's sold in these 450-gram tubs. So it's amazing because the way I look at it is it's like a blank canvas for any of your dishes, whether it be sweet or savory.
And is that full fat or low fat, or do they do different?
This one comes in for a half a cup serving, which is 125 grams. It comes in at 100 calories, 2.5 grams of fat, and 4 grams of sugar. But one thing to keep in mind with the sugar is it's all the natural sugars that are found in milk anyhow. There's no added sugars, which is really
good.
nice. And 15 grams of protein.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's massive.
Again, that's what people love about cottage cheese, but they don't like the lumps. So now we've got you covered. Yeah.
Okay, and I'm sure that you have been cooking up a storm with it. What are some of your
Right.
ideas?
So there's some amazing recipes at gailey.com, starting with the morning Mocha smoothie. So this one's fantastic. I mean, we're all guilty, of going to the specialty coffee shops and, spending $8 and 8,000 calories
Don't say that.
on a Frappuccino style drink. But this one you can make at home. So you're just going to start off with a little bit of ice and some of the smooth cottage cheese, a little bit of milk, some chocolate syrup. But what I like to do is, instead of chocolate syrup, I like to use some cocoa powder because it's much lower in sugar, right? But you can use chocolate syrup if you wish. And then some espresso powder. And if you wanted to up the nutritional value even a little bit more, I even add about a teaspoon of ground chia seeds. So then I'm getting more plant protein and fiber as well, right? So it's like that Frappuccino / kind of post-workout drink. The one at gailey.com comes in at 120 calories as opposed to 200 calories for a 1 cup serving at a specialty coffee shop. 19 grams of carbs for this homemade one compared to 42 grams of carbohydrates.
Ouch.
This one, only 17 grams of sugar, but again, that's with the chocolate syrup. So if you use cocoa powder, much less, compared to 40 grams of sugar. Ours comes in at 9 grams of protein, and the commercial one is only 3 grams of protein. So, and not
Much
only
better for
is
you
it,
all around.
and you're also saving like literally a ton of money.
That's great.
Yes. And then the next recipe is the chocolate peanut butter ball. So this is just fun.
Getting hungry,
I know.
Charmaine.
Me too. Where are the samples?
Unfortunately, I didn't bring in
Sure,
any
too
samples.
busy.
Well, maybe I did, but I also brought my 16-year-old son, so maybe he's eaten them.
Okay.
Yeah. So the chocolate peanut butter ball is awesome. I mean, this time of year, you could use it for a picnic or even like a bridal shower or a baby shower, if you're having a play date. So this one, you're going to take some peanut butter chips, melt it and stir it with some peanut butter. I prefer the natural peanut butter. Add in your cottage cheese and some chocolate chips. And then what I like to do is put it on a piece of plastic wrap to mold it into the ball that way, just keep my hands a wee bit clean. And then you're going to roll it into some chocolate chips, chill it for a bit, and serve it with pretzels. I like serving it with really salty pretzels because then you've got the saltiness and then like the sweetness of the chocolate peanut butter ball. And some fruit, like some apples and strawberries, and even some graham crackers, which would be really nice. Or you can even roll them in little individual balls, right? So let's say you're having a dinner party, maybe even a cocktail party. You could roll them individually. Because sometimes with a big platter like that, if you have company, someone's always afraid to take the first bite.
It's
I mean,
true.
I'm never afraid to take the first bite.
Yeah, obviously, you haven't been to my house either.
or after a lot of people have dove
Sure,
in, it doesn't look so pretty.
Yes, yeah, it kind of looks all like mushed up or whatever. So you can do them individually as well, like little hors d'oeuvre desserts, right? So that's a neat idea as well. And then we have got the layered Tex-Mex dip. So we all kind of have our own little version of this dish, right? Where you take brick-style cottage cheese and you put it on the bottom, and then you layer it with salsa and cheese and all your vegetables and so on. But for this one, we're taking a whole tub of the Nordica Smooth cottage cheese, and we're adding, some garden fresh herbs. The recipe calls for cilantro. I know not everybody eats jumps for joy over cilantro, so add what you like. Right, and now's the time to get rid of all those garden herbs because fresh herbs, they grow from here to Saskatchewan if you've got a garden full of them, right? So take advantage of your basil and your cilantro if you have it and you like it, and parsley and so on. And then you're going to add some cumin and some lime zest. So you're going to put that at the bottom of your dish of choice. A lot of people like to make it in like a glass pie plate. I like a nice deep bowl. I just like the visual of seeing it all. It's almost like a Tex-Mex trifle. I just love food. Can't you tell?
Yeah.
That's why you're here.
And then you want to do a layer of grated cheddar cheese and then some diced tomatoes and olives and red peppers. But you know what? Take advantage of any leftovers you have. Like if you had leftover grilled chicken or flank steak, chop that up and do a layer of that. Even some leftover grilled vegetables. I did it the other night and I had some leftover eggplant and red peppers. It was absolutely phenomenal. So I'm getting like a serving of veggies while I'm digging into the cheese and nachos. And it was, we just sat out in our backyard and had it on the patio, and it was like a cutlery-free supper. So
I love that. I have leftover flank steak in the fridge.
yeah,
so guess
you can-
what's for dinner tonight?
Yeah, chop it up in little pieces, and away you go.
Tell us about the smooth and creamy low-cal Fredo, because that sounds great.
Well, there's many reasons why I like this one, but what I really like about it is you can make the sauce in less time than you boil the pasta, okay? So what you're going to do is you're going to melt a little bit of butter and some garlic, and then you're going to whisk some cornstarch, which will be your thickening agent, with some milk. Pop it in your pot, bring it up to a boil, and then once it's thickened, you're going to remove it from the heat, add a tub of the Nordica Smooth and some nutmeg, some salt and pepper, and then toss it with your cooked pasta. However, if you were watching your carbs or you're gluten-free, you could do zucchini noodles. You could even do spaghetti squash. I know it's summertime. We're not really doing squashes now, but think about this for the fall. A quick weeknight supper, absolutely phenomenal. I actually added some lemon zest to mine, and what did I have left over the other night? Oh, I had leftover spicy sausage, so I just made it and topped it with some spicy sausage as well. Mm-hmm.
Okay, and
so just a fun, easy, and you make it in minutes, Alfredo.
Now, all of these recipes can be found on whatshesaidtalk.com right now, but we've got another one to quickly tell you about, the smooth and sweet cheesecake.
Yeah, so again, super easy and simple. You're just going to start with your traditional graham cracker crust. But again, if you were gluten-free or watching your carbs, you could do a nut crust. So just pulse up a variety of nuts in the food processor and pat them down.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
I've never thought of that.
And because of the high fat content, you don't even need to add like any butter or whatever. Just put them in the bottom of your pan. And it adds a really nice texture to cheesecake as well, because the cheesecake is nice and smooth, and then you have the nuttiness. And then the filling is a tub of your plain cottage cheese, some sweetened condensed milk, a little bit of vanilla and eggs. Mix it all together, bake it off, and you've got yourself a gorgeous high-protein cheesecake.
Love it.
So if anyone out there, Cara, you're included, decides to make one of these yummy recipes, send us pictures, tag us at What She Said Talk, and Charmaine, her handle is at RunnerCharB.
Yes, and listeners and viewers, they can also use the hashtag nothing plain about it, because there really is nothing plain about it when it's a blank canvas for all your favorite culinary creations.
Awesome, Charmaine, as
love it.
always.
Thank you.
This is What She Said. Stay with us.